And now we're back. Alright, so welcome back to another video channel, or this is your first time channel. Welcome to gameplay number 27 on Final Fantasy 16. So we did it, we hit that 27 video milestone, and I want to come by real quick and just say thank you so much for coming by and support another video on the channel. Like, I gotta say, this game has been so fun, and I believe we're gonna get into another boss fight, and I think it's gonna happen in today's video. Like, we're gonna get into a boss fight with Hugo, and I'm actually really excited to see how this whole thing's gonna play out. So with that, let's go ahead and continue on with the story. But before we do so, I want to say, as always, all the support shown in this video is really appreciated. So if you can, please drop a like on the video and let me know down in the comment section what you thought of today's video. And now, let's go and continue on with the story.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart.
Alright, let's go in that
He's
direction.
in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Toggle.
The favor of Earth. Wait a minute. Let me check this out real quick. Let's see. The favor of Earth. Let me see. Increases upheaval damage by 8%. I got upheaval equipped, right? Let me see. No. Okay, then I'm fine. I don't have to equip that then. Let me see. I'm pretty sure we're good. Do I go through here? Yes. Okay. Let's keep going. This game is really beautiful to look at, though. This is nice. Real nice. Anyone waiting for us down here? Oh, I thought someone spawned in. Open sesame. This is nice. The inner sanctum. Drake's fame. Okay, who's coming in?
Just what I needed.
Let's see. For this follow up. Perfect. Actually, Twins of Rebirth. Nice. Wait a minute, is that everyone? No more spawning in. Wave. Let's see. Go ahead and come through here. Let me break. Keep going, keep going. Go ahead and attack you. Friends over here. Ooh, made to be broken. Let's see. Defeat 20 enemies while semi-primed, excluding battles in the Hall of Virtue. Nice. Okay. Keep going, keep going. See, dang it. Let's go attack. Still looking good. Ooh. That precision counter. You. Anyone else want to spawn in? Actually, you get closer. Now we're good.
Better be the last of them.
Very nice. Ooh. Is that everything? I think that's everything here. I'll open this up.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again. What's wrong with him? You from her! Benedicta! I'll kill you, Oswald!
Oh shit, he's priming. No, not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
I can already tell this is gonna be an awesome boss fight. Nope. We're good. I can already see it. This is gonna be a really cool boss fight. Nope. We're good. Keep going. Actually, let me get some distance. This is gonna be cool. Let's see. Come on. Geo Crush. Okay, dodge out that. Nice. Let's see, Fireball. Wait a minute. How do I activate Fireball? Go ahead and charge this ability. Okay, good. Keep going. Nope. Dang it. Got hit. The voice of the land. Okay. Oh, dang it, got hit that time. Shield Crush. Okay, good. Keep going, keep going. What are you about to do? Dang it! He baited right into it. Okay. Charge closer. These hits in. Go for the other leg. We're killing so much damage. It's crazy. Okay. And that's cool now. I guess Clive, he's learning how to summon Ifrit, you know, on command. It's cool. But I'm also surprised, you know, Puka summoning Titan. Perhaps Blast is powerful enough to, you know, push Ifrit so far away. Staggered. Got that one staggered. Okay. Keep going, keep going. Keep going with these attacks. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Firelight's me healing. Okay. A little bit of distance, but it's all good. Still deal damage. Come on. This is a beautiful boss fight.
Nice trick. But if you can do it, then so could I!
What's Brimstone? Throw. Dang. Now what's this? Brimstone. Clive has learned the ability of Brimstone from Titan. Hold and release R2 and square. Oh! Okay, to emit a violent explosion. Let's see, longer to increase explosion size and strength. Press X at any time to cancel the charge without triggering the explosion. Okay? Brimstone 2. Ifrit is invulnerable to damage while charging Brimstone. Suffering an attack, however, will automatically trigger the explosion. Okay, keep that in mind.
Let's give this a try.
Nice. That's neat. Okay, come on, keep going. Uh-oh, wasn't part of my plan. Gotta wait for Brimstone to charge back up. Let's see, Geo Crush. Okay, good. Come on. Nope. Still looking good. Yes. Try to land that punch. Okay. Ooh. That was really good. Brimstone worked pretty good. Come on. I gotta wait for Brimstone to charge back up. Shouldn't take long. Okay, that was a good strike. Trip mine. Let's see. This boss fight is cool. I love this. This is cool. Uh-oh. Okay. I think that dealt a good amount of damage. Nope. Go. No, no, no. Still looking good. Charge it up. Geo Crush. Nice. Counter. Got staggered. Land these blows. Go right here. Perfect spot. While that's charging up. Charge up 2. Ooh! Over 600,000 damage. So much. Okay. Uh-oh. It's not looking good. Actually, no. We still got the upper hand. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Raid? Uh-oh. Come on, max square, max square. You flip Titan? fury. What is this?
Found to help me. It's too. Or die! I'm coming, Kuka!
What? Titan lost. Titan got an upgrade. This is an amazing upgrade. Oh my gosh. That looks cool. I wonder though if it were to get something like that, or you know, if all the other summons were to get an upgrade like Titan did, how'd it look like? This is cool. That's really cool. Okay. Okay, we're on this now. Wait a minute, how is that? Oh, I gotta dodge it like that, okay. Let's see. Dang it. Evade. Got it. I'm learning. Going. This boss fight is massive. Okay, just keep going, keep going. Nope. Shoot, I took damage. Let's see. Evade it. Okay. Complete match the square. Ooh.
I've got you now.
Okay. Let's see. We're just dealing scratches at this point. No. Wait a minute. How's Everett supposed to fight Titan loss in this state? This looks crazy. We're just performing scratches. Come on. What are you about to do? At least dealing a little bit of damage. Small, but still doing damage. Come on. Fireball. Going? Nope. Going? Charge shot. Dang it! Let's see. Can work out. Dang it. Going? Still looking good. Let's see. I'll wait for that one ability recharge. Nope. Ooh, dealt a lot of damage. Okay. We're going with this then. You broke off the land that I was on? Or at least your hand was on. Okay. Still got it. Let's see. Going with this. Ooh, staggered. Wait for that one ability charge up. Still need some more time. Okay. Going. Charge. Ooh. So much damage. Headshot. Fade. This is a cool boss fight. Stone throw. Uh-oh. Okay. Good counter. Shoot. Still looking good. Barely charged up too. Nice. Okay. Keep going with these strikes. Come on. Dang it. Let's see. No. Going with these. Nice. Granite rain. Can be good. Shooting these. No. No. Dodge. Okay. Dang it. Charge over here. Crap, man. Nope. Going. Backdraft finish. Okay. Still got it. Ooh. I just staggered. Gonna fall at. Right here. Okay. Keep going with these attacks in. Let's see. Close to 300,000. Close. Okay, actually, I think we dealt more damage this time than the prior one too. That's good. Fade. We're halfway there. Progress. Okay, dang it. Don't throw. I dodge. I'll on that one too. Let's see. Full damage here. Charge it up. Come on. Oh. Looking good. Ooh. Nope. Dang it. Didn't attack the time. Okay, good dodge. Dang it. Ooh. Come on. Dang it. We weren't close enough. Okay, still looking good. Granite Rain. Evading. Let's see. Keep shooting. Looking good. Now for this to be charged up. Staggered. Nice. Keep going. Let's see. Keep going with these strikes. Ooh, that's 500,000. I think that was the best one so far. Square. Ooh, he ripped it off. Piffert ripped it off. And whipped Titan with it. Come on. Square. Arm is gone. Square. Oh, we got it. Oh, this is cool. Come on, attack that one. Attack this one. Attack this one too. Coming down. Let's see. That's probably going to attack us. Let's try to. One here too. Okay. Let's do a heavy strike on that one. No, that was getting too close. We're still good. Still good. Dang it. Okay. Shoot that one. That one too. What's this? Why you got health bar? Come on. Charge strikes. That should be enough. Okay, any more trying to come towards us? And how high are we? They're so high. Should be coming down soon. For the final attack, mash square. Titan losses down. You're alive? You're still alive. What? Titan was still within. So what was that basically? Like a armored up version of Titan? Let's see. Still doing good. Over here now. Nope. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Let's see. Got you staggered. charge this one up. Got some good damage. Keep dealing. Burning Fate. Ooh. Hit over 500,000. Nice. Let's see. Still needs to charge up. What are you doing? Oh no. She's still good. Two more of these. Stone throw. Keep launching at this. Can you break it? Gosh. Nope. Still good. Let's see. Still does damage that time. No. Shaker. Let's see. Dang it. Still good? Crap, man. Precision dodge. Good. Still doing good. The leg, torso, whatever. Nope. Okay, we're still good. Staggered. Okay, go back over here. Onto you. Ooh. Still looking good. Don't have brimstone yet. You know what? At least I was close to 500,000. Not bad. Could have been lower. Nope. Nice. Oh, good number of damage. Good amount of damage. Let's see. Shaker. Charge it up. Fade. Getting close to the final blow. Oh shoot, okay. Got an upgrade. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Evade. I swear. That was the final blow. Titan slain. We did it. We did it. We took down Titan. Okay. We got Earth and Fury. Ooh, okay. Used in crafting. I wonder what we can craft next. Real nice. And look at this. We got now 924 this and close to 50,000 gil. Very nice. Alright, now let's go ahead and continue on.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge.
clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
From stone to sand. Exact revenge. Nice.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope. Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that your Highness maintain position here and...
Terence,
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Man, that was an amazing boss fight. That boss fight was amazing. Wow, that was really cool. Alright, so now we gotta make our way over to the hideaway. Let's go into this. Alright, cool, we're back. Out of the shadow.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and make our way over to Otto. Elevator came down. Nice. Now let's see. Hopefully by now, you know, Jill's okay and woke up from her rest too. I guess we're gonna find that out soon enough. But for right now, let's go ahead and talk to Otto. Let's see, Otto's up here. Let's go ahead and talk to you.
We're seeing troops.
Oh, Jill's here too. Nice.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Alright, let's do it. Let's talk to Vivian.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Alright, let's do it! Let's see. Let's go ahead and tell everyone the news. We got, to speak to a few people. Let's see, let me go ahead and start off with... I think Karen will be the first one. Let's go ahead and talk to you. Oh, Turgo's right here waiting for me. We're just chilling out here. Nice.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Yep, the nightmare of Hugo is done. Let's go ahead and let Blackthorn know.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Yep, we did it. We took down Hugo. Alright, now, gotta let the last person know. Let's see, let's just make our way over here. And talk to you. Let's do this.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Alright. I'm surprised though. There's no information on Ultima though. That's crazy. I guess if anything, Joshua knows more. Alright, so right now, let me go ahead and see. Do you have anything new in stock?
Is it business or pleasure?
Let's see.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Ooh, what's this? Enhancer. Okay, I'll check this out. Let's see what you're working with. I won't equip it for right now. Hunter's arm cloths.
Maybe next time, eh?
Oh, these are sold out. I already own them. Okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead and stack up on this.
It's better I'll be here.
And I think I'm good. Alright. For right now, let me talk to you.
What do you need?
And see what we can do.
So, what'll it be?
Ooh, I can craft up an enhanced version. Alright. Let's do it.
No scratches, right?
Actually, I'll go ahead and equip it now. Let's see.
It'll last you a good while.
Nice. And let's see. Nothing over here. We should be good. Let's see about reinforcing anything. Let's do this.
Yeah, that should do you.
Nice. Alright, cool.
Anything else?
Now, I gotta make my way over to Otto. Let's go and do this. Alright, so I'm here at Otto's location. Let's go and talk to you.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and... speak to Mid. I think I'm supposed to go this way? No, I think the way I'm supposed to go is through this stairway, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're back at Mid's workshop. Let's go ahead and talk to Mid.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Alright, let's go ahead and speak to Blackthorn. Let's go this way. Alright, so I'm in front of Blackthorn. Let's go and talk to him.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coating the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then. Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Alright, cool. Let's go and prioritize this quest. Let's see. Let's go ahead and speak to Blackthorn.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
I'll take Gab.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I like to see him try.
In your own time.
Alright, cool. Now let's go ahead and gather the materials. Gotta head off to one spot, so I'll talk to y'all soon. Alright, so I'm getting close to the location. Let's see.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Gab should be around here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there goes Gav right there. Alright. Wait a minute.
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start off with. So Stardust over this way. Should be some right over here. Alright, cool. Is this it? It is. Okay, now I need 4 more of this.
Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Okay, 3 more. Just gotta follow this path. No! I went too far. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Now 2 more. Let's see. Do I have to go down this way again? No, it's not that. Let's see. I'm not seeing any more. Eikon got up here somewhere. Okay, went too far away. Let's see. Let me go back over this way. Nothing. Maybe if I were to go over here. See if anything pops up. Nope. Oh, okay, I see a little bit of Stardust over here. Now one more. Maybe it's down this path? Nope, can't travel farther than this. One more is right. No! Let me grab it. It's right here. Now we're good.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Let's see. Gav is over at the starting point, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and make our way over there. Alright, there goes Gav. Let's go and talk to him.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat? Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Well, says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right, that's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and make our way over to the hideaway. I'll meet y'all over there. Talk to you soon. Alright, so I'm back at the hideaway. Let's go ahead and talk to Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Quest complete. Letting off some steam. 1. Nice. Ooh, and look at this. We got 500 points from this mission, and we're at 1,424 now. Nice. And look at the guild count too, close to 50k. Real nice.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go ahead and talk to Mid. Alright, so I'm back at Mid's workshop. Let's go ahead and report back.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name? Right.
Alright, let's get some info. Let's go ahead and talk to you.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Alright, cool. Let's go and prioritize this. And now, let's go ahead and make our way over to the location. Let me see the map. Alright, so let's see. The map? Alright, now, let's see. I gotta make my way over here. Go to Lostwing. And, wait, for Great Justice? No, not that quest. For this one. Let me see. Letting off steam 2. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna meet y'all over this location. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Wait. Here we go. Alright, so I made it to the destination. Let's see. I guess I'm supposed to talk to you. Oh yeah, I tried to skip all that fighting over there. Wait, you fighting Turbo? Oh no. I can't just let that slide. I can't let that slide. Alright, now I can go ahead and talk to the necessary person. Let's go ahead and talk to you.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Alright, let's do it. Let's see. Now, what creature is it that's taking refuge here?
Anybody home?
Oh, it's one of these.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Oh, I haven't fought one in a while. It's cool because I got new abilities now. Wait, what's this? The heck? Nope. Wait, where'd he go? No, no, no. Got that. Dang it. Can he evade? Actually. Come on. Let's do this. I'm gonna hit by this. Good, that dealt damage. Heat wave. Nice. Out here. Keep going. No. Faded. Nope. Shoot with that. Dang it, he got me with that. Potion. He just hurt Turgle? Oh no. Can't let that slide. Okay. Let's see. I'll put this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Wings of Rebirth. Nice, nice, nice. Give me the break. Keep going. Ooh. Hey, we almost did 20,000 in damage. Okay. Keep going. Aw, oh, crap. No, 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 no. We're good. Okay. Go back over here. Heat wave. Nice, still got you. Do all of these gouge. Nice. Now this. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Little Turtle. Let's keep going. Ooh, 10,000 that time, not bad. Wait. Let's see. 2. Come on. Okay, now we're good. No! You escaped. Let's see. Heat wave. It's one of those hit. Nope. Still good. Gouge. Come on. Nope. Dang it. You know what? It's all good. Get this. And that's the final blow. Enemy slain. Nice. Real nice. And now we keep going.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Nice. Quest complete. Putting off some Sting 2 has been completed. Real nice. Ooh, and a level up. The follow-up bonus too? Real nice. Now level 32. Ooh, the Eye of the Warrior. Increases Strength Tonic duration by 10 seconds. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Real nice. Let's keep going. And now, I gotta make my way over to the hideaway. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Let's keep going. Come on, Turgle. Let me pet you. Talk to y'all soon. Alright, so we're back at Mid's workshop. Let's go ahead and let Mid know we got the materials we need.
Come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, But those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and pass off the designs and see what he says. Talk to y'all in a minute. Alright, cool. So I'm in front of his room. Alright, so I'm here. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say about the designs.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Alright, cool. Laying off Steam 3. Let's go ahead and prioritize this quest. And now, let's talk to Jill.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Alright, sounds good. Now let's go ahead and decide who to bring along with us. Alright, I guess I got in my mind who I want to bring.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Of course, Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Alright, cool. I guess right now I'll make my way over to the destination. I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, so I made it to the market. Let's see. Where's Jill's at? Jill should be right over here.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Alright, so Pepio nuts and garlic. Shoot, Jill's right. This does sound really edible. Okay, let's go and talk to you first.
Oi, don't touch anything.
That's exactly what I need. This one here. And I need a potion. And a high potion.
Go on, take it.
Nice. Alright, now for the garlic. Let's see. We go and talk to you.
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic.
Ah, yes. Keep
That's all I need.
fighting the good
That's
fight.
everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
And Jill's waiting for us at the gate.
You'll not find a
Let's go ahead and talk to you.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham, and it was just... oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Alright, cool. This is actually pretty relaxing. We just went shopping for edible ingredients. I think this was like the most relaxing section of the game so far. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and meet y'all at the hideaway. Talk to y'all soon. Let's keep it going.